voice.
Mhm.
Facebook does give everybody a voice. I say that most of the time, women who used to watch soaps or soap operas during the day,
Mhm.
Facebook and Twitter, and Instagram is the new soaps
Hmm.
because
That's
so
interesting.
yeah, so it's like, you use your feeds as the soaps. I mean,
Hmm.
that's what a Facebook and Twitter and Instagram has taken the place of watching soaps and your
Wow.
YouTube. So, um,
Interesting. I mean, so I don't. Not that I'm anti-social media. I just choose not to use social media. But
I understand.
how would it make you feel as a child growing up, um, when the depictions that you saw of black men on TV were usually like, let's go back to the TV show Cops. It's every
Hmm.
time you saw us, it was about us being arrested or doing something wrong. How did that make you feel as a child? I mean, how does that affect your self-worth and how you view yourself in this country?
Um, to get to your question earlier, we are a threat when it comes to who we are and where we come from, and we are truly great men and women. And it takes it what it does, the cop shows and American Most Wanted, it kept putting an image of us as negative people that we could not be civilized. They tried to make us like we was animals. We was three-fifths of men. We couldn't like articulate ourselves. We couldn't function. We couldn't be intelligent. They just made us like we had no value to society. And it was more like a more for like I said, stereotype, and more like kind of the betraying the image of us as animals, as negative people. So growing up, it did a lot to me, far as living in the inner city,
Hmm.
because we call it the hood, or we call it the ghetto, we call it yeah, or we call it yeah, the inner city. So I always felt as though, but I always knew that it was something special about us as men and women, and
Hmm.
I knew that we knew. I kind of felt like that the public school system kind of did it intentionally, not you know we should have known about our history. Like we wasn't taught our real history, the
Right.
real
It's
values of
we were
massive.
taught slavery, and
Yeah,
that's what it's like we went from, we were brought to this country as slaves, and that was it. We weren't taught about the valuable contributions that we made, not just in this country, but all over the world.
yes,
Um,
yes. I
you
agree
know,
with you.
but
And
I
that's how
just, again, being a black female, my experiences, of course, are going to be a lot different, than the black man. And so,
yes,
like I said, I feel like he has been, objectified isn't the right word. He's been demonized
yes,
in this
yes,
society.
yes. We
And
we had
so when you've been taught that, not even taught that, because I don't think us as parents teach our sons that, but um, it still has to do something to your psyche in terms of your self-esteem, and again, how you show up in the world if the only thing you see on TV is, um, that you're, again,
the
like you're a
negative.
savage, and you know,
Yeah.
we grew up in a time where I remember when Lawrence Welk would come on, and we would sit around the TV and we would wait for the black guy to show up. He was the tap dancer, of
Yeah,
course. You know,
right.
um, and it's changed a lot since then. But I don't watch regular TV a lot. But when I was watching TV, I found myself going back to sitting there as a child, and like I said earlier, if they show the face, it's like we sit there with our holding our breath, saying, "Please don't let this be a black person that did this."
Right.
You know.
And that's true. Yeah, I have said that before too.
Hmm.
Um, because we always being portrayed as these savages people, and they make other cultures feel like, and other cultures will believe it from someone else, saying, "Oh, these people are evil and they commit crime, they sell drugs, they kill their own," and we get the stories over and over and over again, and people, like you said, in a psyche, they'll start believing what other people, other groups may tell others. But it's a still ongoing battle that we're facing. And I always said that us as a people, we need to create an economic base so we don't have to rely on any other another we don't have to rely on another group. We should be able to like build something within ourselves. So if we lose employment, we be able to go to a place where we can get employment from our own, or we can get like like the affordable housing. Um, Nobody be homeless. Everybody have a place to build themselves up from economical growth, the real educational. I believe we will be in a better society because um, we'll be more independent.
You know
Be
what?
doing
I
for
wish and hope
ourselves.
for a utopia like that, but
Hmm.
um, so I know that people disagree with me on this, but
Hmm.
I don't think Black people were ready for integration.
Hmm.
It's, when you've been in a bad relationship for so long, it's like
Yeah.
we didn't heal from that bad relationship. And then we just hop back into another one without
Wow.
um again, we didn't heal our families. The trauma that we went through in this country. And I know people say, well, slavery was over 200 years ago. Get over it. But
But it never left.
right,
It's the modern day slavery.
exactly. And not just that, but you guys had over a 200-year head start. And so you can't tell us just get over it.